Hello everybody, it's dullah-han here and welcome back to Sky Factory with me, dullah-han, the dullah-han. I swear one day I will make myself a custom skin. It will just be a headless dude, maybe a creeper, who knows. Well, as you can see, this place has changed quite a bit since the last time you saw it. I've organized the storage a little bit. This is the new tree farm. It works pretty much like the old tree farm, except it's a designated area, you know, it grows a bit bigger. Designated sieving area and designated composting area. Well, as you can see, these barrels have a slab on top of them. The reason is when it rains, these barrels get filled up with water. And I don't want that to happen to the barrels that I used to create dirt. So I just left 3 barrels at the back here just for the purpose of collecting water, and I blocked the rain with these slabs. Yes, that does actually work. And the first thing that we'll do today is mark something off of our achievement list. Collect rainwater in an oak barrel or melt saplings in a wooden crucible. I did that off camera by accident, but I will make a crucible just to show you how that goes. So for the crucible you need I think you need 4 oak wood or any kind of wood, so not just planks but the wood itself, the log. And was I wrong? There we go. No sticks needed. So you need 6 oak wood and a wooden slab, and that will make an oak crucible. It works very similar to the barrels, but instead of dirt, you composting things to make water. So side by side experiment or demonstration would give you something like this. There's some saplings in the barrel. When that reaches 100%, it will turn to dirt. Some saplings in the barrel over here, and when that reaches 100% or fluid volume 1000, it will be completely water. You can take a bucket to scoop some water out of there to use for whatever. Okay, I'll be collecting that soon. Something else that I want to show you before we get on with today's activities. Just want to open these loot bags. So a good way to open loot bags is to shift right click onto any chest, and it will open that contents into the chest. So it kind of takes away from the having to manually open each one. With some cookies, which is always nice. I do get hungry, and a yetterin, which is useless for now. It will be useful in the near future though. So okay, that dirt is done. First thing we'll be doing today, let's just check that off. And okay, let us just sieve all this dirt because I need a lot of cobble. And as you saw there, this is a 5 by 5 area of sieves with string meshes, and that is 25 in total. If you start on the center sieve, it will use all of them, and it will use 1 dirt per sieve. Now what did we get from that? 64, so 2.5 stacks of pebbles. Can turn all of that into cobble, and that is lovely. That is what we need. And I'll be honest, it's kind of a pain in the ass using wooden tools, but for now I'll bear with it. What does the book say we need to do next? Craft a hammer to turn cobble. Okay, I did that in the last episode. Sift gravel, sand, dust, and okay, so gravel, sand, and dust in a sieve. So I'll do 2 of each, I guess. Okay, and here's my hammer. So something else you get from sieving dirt is random saplings or seeds and stuff, which is kind of nice. but at the same time, a lot of them you kind of ignore because you only really need to use wood in the early stages of the game. After a while, it just becomes kind of useless, or not useless, but you don't use it as much as you used to. Okay, so as you saw there, it is receiving both of these. Okay, that gave me some cactus seeds, which will be useful later, and I think that's all. Okay, next let's see some gravel, see if we get anything actually useful. Nothing really. I don't think we got anything at all, to be honest. And lastly, let's see if some dust. Got 2 iron pieces and 1 silver piece, which is nice. Okay, for now I'll put the ore in here and put the other drops like seeds and saplings in here. Okay, now I can mark that off of the checklist. Okay, so Tinker's tool construct tools from bone or flint. Now, flint you can get fairly easily. It's just we have access to gravel now. But since the last episode, I've killed a few skeletons and I've gotten some bones. So let's dive into Tinker's a bit, shall we? Okay, so Tinker's is a bit of a mission to get into because there's a lot of stuff you need to craft before you can actually get into it. Firstly, you need this blank pattern. It's like the first thing you need. And the first thing you use it for is to create a stencil table. It's one of the few tables that you actually need for Tinkers. And then you need a part builder. Right, that is the next step. Okay, it's an oak log or piece of oak or any kind of wood, and once again a blank pattern that will give you a part builder. We may as well get one of these. Pattern chest, that's just to store patterns, and tool station. Okay, so now I just need a crafting table, stencil, boom, got the tool station. For now, I will put this over here, but I will once again move it off camera. I do need to create a completely separate area for Tinkers, so it would be a good opportunity to do this at that point. Okay, just clear some space on my toolbar. I feel like my voice is going a little bit. Okay. Now there is a particular order it's best to do this in, like in terms of how you arrange it. I'm not entirely sure of that order, so I'm not going to get into that now. For now though, I do need some more patterns. Okay, and with the pattern, put it in there. Okay, so we want to create some Tinker's tools. Let's create a Tinker's hatchet for now. I think that would be best. Yeah. Okay, so a hatchet would need. Okay, so we will check that here. That is the hatchet. You need a tool rod, axe head, and binding. Okay, so you need a tool rod, which I think that's a tool rod, an axe head. There we go, and some binding. There we go. Now this is tough binding. That's a tough tool rod. There's a big difference between them. Let's put that in there. There we go. This is for alloys. This is for any other kind of material. And that is for the pattern. I may just cut that out of embarrassment, to be honest. Okay, get a bone tool rod, and then okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use bone for this as well. I do have some bones to spare, so that's fine. And then lastly, you take it over here. You select. This is the tool station. You select the tool that you want to build, and you pop everything in. And there we go. we have ourselves a bone hatchet. Now this hatchet can be upgraded. It does have a few modifiers, but at the moment I don't have anything to upgrade it with, so that's fine. Eventually I will make it unbreakable, but for now I don't have any obsidian. So let's mark that off the book. Take this construct, make clay by putting dust into water, and okay, so I did do this and I made an unfired bucket off camera. It was because I was trying to get rid of some water, and then I ended up not getting rid of the water anyway. So to make clay, what you do is, I'll make a few bits of it this time, I guess. Well, I should really only make one because I don't have the, as I said, I don't have the bucket. Get an infinite water source at the moment. But okay, let's do it this way then. Okay, so as you know, if you smash the cobble, you get gravel. If you smash the gravel, you get sand. And if you smash the sand, you get clay. Now, keep in mind you can vein mine. I just had a temporary case of amnesia there. Forgot about the vein mine completely. So you pop the dust into any water, bucket of water, or barrel of water, or crucible of water. Now just a water source that's not just on the ground, and it turns into clay. And it turns into clay. And if you punch that clay, it turns into clay balls. And those clay balls can then be used to build a bucket, clay bucket. Or you can use it to create something called an unfired crucible, which is basically an infinite source of lava if you have an infinite source of cobblestone. But in order to create an infinite source of cobblestone, you need to get some lava. So it's kind of, you need the one to get the other kind of thing. And another step in this is you kind of need a furnace, which I have not built up to this point. How derpish of me. And I shall place this furnace right here. Okay, it's a bit better than just wooden tools. Okay, so now we've put down our furnace. Only thing I really have to burn here are, I guess I can burn some planks, I don't really mind. And I will actually burn some of this for now, because I want to get some charcoal. Anyway, also that's a good trick. If you don't have any coal, burn some logs, it will give you charcoal, and then that will burn more efficiently. Okay, there we go. That's gonna take a minute to actually cook through. In the meantime, the reason that I had built this will come into play right now, because the bones that I have left over will be used for crafting the crucible, which I think I already made the bone meal. There we go. So, in short, this clay is not good enough as it is, and actually I need 3 more clay to make another bucket. The clay is not good enough as it is. You actually need porcelain clay in order to make a crucible. Here is the recipe for the unfired crucible. Unfired crucible is porcelain clay, 7 of them, in a flat shape. I think that's the same as a cauldron, if I'm not mistaken. And the way to make porcelain clay is by combining it with bone meal, which is why I made that, because at that mob farm so that I can get some skeleton bones to get some bone meal. And the reason I took this route instead of the regular route is because if you take a look at the other way to get bone meal at this point in the game, it is by sieving with a 20% chance, and you need 7 pieces. This to me just seems easier. Like I said, I have played the mod before and it was kind of a pain in the ass to get bone meal the first time, and I've also seen other YouTubers struggle for hours just trying to get enough bone meal to build this thing. So honestly, with the second time I came over here, I had already, actually the first time I came over here, I already collected enough bones for the bone meal for all the clay that I need, and any clay that I need in the future. It's just very convenient. Okay, so I will take the charcoal out of here. Another cool trick thing is in Sky Factory, you get this thing called mini charcoal. It burns. Basically, it's more efficient because it burns for exactly 1 item, so you don't have any waste at the end of the day. And I mean, it's kind of useful. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just useful. Okay, and that's all the charcoal. So I'm going to put it in there and put it in there. Basically, it's so that you don't waste charcoal unnecessarily, which may seem like it's not that much of an inconvenience, but to some people it really is. Okay, and that was the last piece I needed. Boom. Okay, now let's just combine these two, that with that, and I have the porcelain clay. With that, I can make an untied crucible, pop that into the oven to cook. Once it has cooked, everything will be fine. That will be, I guess, that will be the end goal for this episode, is to get this cooked, and a demonstration will be in order. So the way this works is you use this in order to get lava by placing it over a heat source of sorts. In this case, because it's still early game, my only source of heat would be this one torch. Alright, I didn't make any torches with the charcoal. Might be. And the second part in this is filling it with cobble. I think you only need 3 pieces or so until the solid cobblestone reaches 999 or 1000, and then you let it sit until it is ready to be claimed. Welcome back, guys. So the lava is done cooking, and so is the water. Well, that's finished a while ago. So get some water from here, and take this bit of lava from here, and let's see, what else do we need? I've actually forgotten to check. So to create a lava generator, a cobblestone generator, which there are multiple ways to do. For now, I'll be doing the default way, just because I don't have a platform capable of handling the other kind of ways. But I will show you the different ways of doing this in later episodes, just because I feel like that's what my original intention with the series was, to show you all the different ways that you can do things in the game, not just, do things. So there are multiple ways to generate lava in this game. There is the regular vanilla way, which is just take some lava on one side and some water on the other side, create a bit of a stream where they meet in the middle, and then mine it as it comes in. But that method's a bit dangerous considering my base is made of wood at the moment. So this right here is a cobblestone generator. This one block continuously generates cobble. Can't remember the speed exactly. Let's see. Makes one cobble every 40 ticks. I think that's like every 20 seconds or something. I can't remember how much, or 2 seconds. I really don't remember how long a tick is. But we've waited for a bit. Let's right click that, or left click that, and we got some cobble. Okay, that was a bad example. 22, wait for a few seconds, and 23. You get the idea. It creates cobblestone out of nothing. It's essentially the system I just spoke about in one little block. So the other way that you could have done it is by using the vanilla way and attaching a let's see, what is it called? A transfer node. Where is it? Here we go. Transfer node, which if you use essentially it is an item that will transfer objects from one side from the one side of the pipe to the other side of the pipe. It's fairly simple. I think this is that upgrade. It's just called an upgrade mining here. It used to be called a world induction upgrade, and it would just basically it would mine the copper without actually visually mining the copper. So you don't have the the cobble without actually mining the cobblestone, so you don't actually see it falling. It doesn't actually fall into the lava, but it's still pulling it from the source. And that was one way that you could do it. And the other way was the method that in this version you would use to create obsidian, which is what we will be doing in the next episode. Not this one. Or maybe not even the next one. We'll see when it happens. But for now, guys, that's all the time I have for this episode, and it is quite late in the evening right now, or in the morning even. And I have been dullah-han, and I'll see you later. Bye. If you enjoy this episode, then leave a like. If you want to continue following me on my journey through the factory in the sky, please subscribe for more of my content. I will be keeping the series going for I guess until it's done, until I've finished all the mods that I can. But until next time, I'll see you guys. Ciao for now.